We talked about this Monday and we talked about this Tuesday. We're talking about it Wednesday. The way we're talking about it is simply that when he says, give us this day our daily bread, that presupposes the fact that life is meant to be lived daily and that we have needs daily. It's kind of like the manna in the Old Testament. It came fresh every morning. Manna was like cookies. And they were baked fresh in heaven's ovens every morning. And then big trucks dumped them over the edge of heaven out for the children of Israel. Well, I don't know if that's exactly how it was done. Little imagination there. But at any rate, every morning they found these cookies laying on the ground, ready to be picked up and eaten. But if you ate one of yesterday's cookies, they were rotten, wormy. Had to be fresh manna every day, daily manna. So Jesus here says, give us our daily manna, or give us our daily bread. So the question is, are you living your life daily? Are you living your life weekly? Are you living your life for 3 decades in the past? Or are you living your life for the 2 or 3 decades in the future? And while all of it's connected, all of it matters, all of it makes sense, with that said, you still have to live your life in the present. So like this is Wednesday. That is, if you are with me in sequence here and you're not on the archive or something. But like this is Wednesday. So Wednesday has a uniqueness to itself. Or are we counting Wednesday as a throwaway day? Because we're looking back to the good time we had on Tuesday or the good time we're going to have on Thursday. So Jesus lets us know that every day is important. And yesterday I mentioned that we cannot make a decision, or we cannot bring anything out of the world of potential and bring it into the world of the real world until we find a moment in the present in which we act. Does that make sense? Let me say that again. We all have things that potentially we want to do, or potentially we want to become. Potentially we want to accomplish. But we can never get it out of potentiality into reality in the concrete world until we act. You got to make a decision, you got to act. And acting, taking action, can only be done in the present. There has to be a present moment at which you say, now I'm doing this. So, do you have any nows in your life? And I mentioned earlier, this is why I believe this was yesterday, this is why Jesus and the Bible both emphasize the present. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us this day our daily bread. And also, the writer said, today is a day of salvation. You can't get saved yesterday, and you can't get saved by saying, well, tomorrow. Like the guy in Acts said, when a convenient time comes. Well, there is no convenient time. Time to be saved or to do any kind of action that starts you towards accomplishment has to be done in the present. And this is why the Bible says, now is the accepted time. So today's important. This Wednesday's important. It matters. And so you'd have to ask, well, what am I doing this day? Or do the days run together and then after a while it just seems like you've kind of been leveled by the routinization of it all, routine. And so everything becomes part of routine. And the elixir and joy and vivid kind of living that we all dream about is left somewhere on a shelf because we have allowed our present to be so dumbed down by our circumstances that have arisen from the past or the future, or maybe even by a fear to live a vivid life. I want to challenge you to get a little vividness back in your life. All right. Join me tomorrow.